Hello, beautiful soul family. It's Breanne here. Thank you for joining me today. If you're new to my channel, welcome to Readings with Breanne. One little side note I wanted to kind of get at is before we kind of get onto this topic is please note that I will never personally reach out to you for a tarot reading, so just be aware of any scammers or anything along the lines of that. If you do want any private sessions from me personally, you will need to reach out to me by going to my website, readingswithbrianne.com, and then you can get in contact with me there. Now, I was doing the tarot card spread on Meghan and Harry the other day, and Princess Anne did pop up. So I kind of wanted to, I know there was a recent, some recent news in regards to her getting a concussion or having to go to the hospital because of a horse, or, it seems like there's some really big information out there. I don't know if she fell off a horse or got kicked by a horse, or is that even the story? So somebody was asking if I could pull a few cards on that. So I wanted to do a mini tarot reading on that. And also please note this is for entertainment purposes only. This is based off my perspective and the energy of the tarot and sometimes the crystal ball. But we're just going to do a mini tarot on this particular topic. So let's get right into it. So I think the main question we're going to start with is, was Princess Anne, was that incident actually in relations to a horse injury? I think that's a good place to start. Was her incident actually related to a horse injury? Thank you, Spirit. All right, let's see what we have here. All right, so that's a little bit interesting. Kind of a interesting energy at the bottom with that Seven of Swords, so kind of a sneaky energy. Well, one thing I will point out though, with her energy being as this Knight of Pentacles, usually I'm using a bit of a different deck here, but usually this knight is riding a horse. So I find that kind of interesting. And we have this lady actually on, in this case, a squirrel, but she is riding something or on the back of something. So that is kind of interesting to point out, but it definitely does feel like there's more to her just getting a horse in this, I keep wanting to say industry, but incident, injury. This is kind of interesting to look at that past with that Lovers in reverse too. And the present, we have the Hierophant, but in reverse. And the big thing in terms of what I'm getting based on this energy here and the Seven of Swords, it's like the Hierophant is all about certain values, certain traditional values, certain commitments. And in reverse, it's kind of that feeling of challenging those certain conventional maybe relationships or her role. And I feel like she's almost kind of, it's kind of interesting because I keep getting this is like almost they're trying to put her in her place, like somebody is trying to, I don't know if I want to say take her out, maybe we can look at that in the cards, but it's like she is maybe saying something that she's not supposed to be saying, or she's acting out something that she's not supposed to be doing here, and they're trying to, like, I don't know, I guess for the lack of a better term, I can say maybe shut her up or take her down a little bit, peg her down a notch here. Because we also have the Ace of Wands in reverse here over the situation. This is like her being stopped, her being blocked. So I don't for one second believe, especially based off of this energy here, I don't believe that this was an actual accident, like just one of those offshoot accidents that happen. It may have been relating to a horse, but it wasn't an accident from what it looks like here. It looks like, and I think she was planning on traveling to Canada, and this is also could be canceled, like canceled plans, canceled delayed travel as well. So it's like somebody is not wanting her to get out there. Because of why, it looks like she's gonna, it's almost like she's letting the cat out of the bag pertaining to something to do with possibly finances here or money. So overall, it just seems like there's definitely lots of lies, manipulation going on. Someone's working hard. Yeah, and working hard and covering it up with a horse accident. Oh my goodness, how crazy is that? There's that Knight of Swords again. So I don't know who is doing this. I don't, it's okay. We have a King of Cups, maybe a male figure. I'm not sure if this could represent. I'm wondering how, if maybe Charles has something to do with this. Maybe let's ask the cards, what's the relationship between Charles and Anne? How is their relationship? Actually, I think I'm going to clear these. Let's clear these up and then ask the question. What's the relationship between Charles and Anne? Well, that's looks like their relationship, Anne and Charles. It's definitely not as I feel like, interesting. I feel like there's definitely a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and their relationship is not as balanced as it used to be. It feels like they did used to be quite close, or they had a close bond, but throughout a bunch of lies and drama and things happening behind the scenes, there's definitely a blockage. Just like it's not balanced anymore. The scales are tipping. So with this devil card here over the situation, I mean, did Charles have something to do with this accident? It looks like he, we've got that six of swords there. Interesting. And bottom of the card, the death card as well. So it's almost like it's kind of interesting with these two cards. I don't know that much about the royal, so I'm not sure. Is she married? Is Princess Anne married? Because I'm wondering if she had a partner that actually had something to do with this. Maybe Charles is somewhat aware of this incident, but it's almost like this feeling, even though we have that death card, I don't know if I want to say as terms of taking her down, but I feel like this is more putting her in her place, because I feel like she's so-called stepped out of line somewhere, and they're just trying to dominate. They're trying to, put her in the ball and chains here with this incident. So this kind of interesting that the Six of Swords came out. And with those lovers, is there somebody else involved with this situation? We do have the Strength and the Ten of Wands that came out in reverse. So it really feels like with that they're trying to take her power away. They're trying to make it so she doesn't have any strength. I mean, within her position, I don't know what say she has or how, where in the line she is, but it feels like she does have something that is of value, and they're trying to take that away from her. That's what it feels like with this energy. And it feels like with that, with her having an injury or being unable or unwell, she will lose certain responsibilities, or certain things could be taken away from her because, say, she's not fit to do them. That's kind of the energy that's coming out of that here. So interesting. Overall, I mean, is she going to make a recovery? I think they said she's back at home now and she's recovering. Let's take a quick peek at just in general before we wrap up this question or this topic. What's the energy of Anne moving forward? How is her health? Let's look at her health. Is she going to recover from her head injury? Almost the same cards are coming out. Interesting. There's that knight on the horse again. Yeah, so there's a big yes in terms of she will recover. She's going to recover from her injury here. Interesting. Yeah. Overall, that looks pretty positive for her health and her injury. Let's see if we can get a little more clarification. How is Princess Anne recovering? Okay, so it does look like there's we got the Six of Cups there, so lots of love and support from maybe her children or her close family there. It's kind of interesting that the Ace of Swords is in reverse, so I feel like with her health, the Ace of Swords is symbolizing mental problems, or it's like if she had a concussion, this is something that is going to, there could be like maybe a bit of memory loss, let's say, or like that migraines or the inability to fully have clarity on things. And it's kind of interesting because we have the Ace of Swords in the near future of her health, but it does look like there may be some damages in terms of what has happened to her. But for the most part, it does look like she's going to recover. There's a success in her recovering, but there will be maybe some things that kind of stick for the long term in terms of her mental clarity is what it looks like. So there you have it, lovely soul family. That's the energies that I got pertaining to this accident. Do we think it's a horse accident? Was it caused by a horse? You know what? I did get energy to support. It very much could have been a horse, but I don't think it was necessarily an accident. Yeah, look at that. Seven of Swords yet again. For sure. Look at that. And the Hierophant. Very interesting. And we have the bottom, the tower there. So there's definitely more to the story than what appeared to the public and the knowledge. Definitely more happening behind the scenes. And I really get this feeling like they're trying to like kind of put her back in line because she's like stepping out of line is what I'm getting. And that's where we got that big tower moment happening. So I'm sending you guys all lots of love and blessings on this journey. Thank you for tuning in on this mini tarot reading for Princess Anne. And if you guys have any questions, or I want to say more or less comments, questions in terms of things that you want me to pull cards on or tarot on, I would love to hear your guys' feedback. So feel free to comment down below and leave any feedback in terms of what topics you want me to look into. So until next time, I'm sending you all love and blessings wherever you are on this journey, and bye for now.